Ready. Play.
Congratulations, it was a tough day out there and it was pretty hot. And how did you feel it went from your side of it?
Yeah, look, it was really hard conditions today. There's like lots of wind gusts and it's a sideways wind, which, I mean, for me, the kind of worst conditions to play tennis in. Because yeah, the ball, you can never sort of get set behind the ball because, you know, it's always sort of coming into you or moving away from you. It's tricky. But I did well to finish it off. You know, I played some good tennis when I needed to, and yeah, it's just a match that you just need to try and find a way to get through. It's not so much about the quality of the tennis.
Is this providing you with exactly what you wanted from this tournament? Some tough tests and, you know, a few games.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to come and get matches, obviously, and I've managed to guarantee 4 of them. Hopefully, I can get 5. Yeah, I would like to play in slightly easier conditions to feel a little bit better. You know, exactly where my game is. I feel like I've moved pretty well and for the most part served well, but from the back of the court, you know, it's been a little bit up and down. But I think, you know, all of the players have been a bit like that this week because it has been pretty frustrating.
And how did it to come back from obviously losing the first set and to be able to dig it out like that must be pleasing?
Yeah, and you know, he is a very good grass court player. Like, he had good results last year. He came through qualifying at Wimbledon. You know, he beat Evo in the first round. You know, had a good run through to the second week. Yeah, I know he beat some good players in Newport the following week too. He likes playing on the surface, so I was not expecting an easy one. So he had to come back from a set down against a player as good as him on these sorts of courts is positive.
Just finally for me, sharing the day with you, there's 3 British women have made the semi-finals tomorrow. I think a couple of them were a little bit wounded by some of the comments that were flying around with sort of not making the draw in Paris, but they've had a very good week here, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, and you know, a lot of them, you know, play really well. There's, yeah, obviously to build your ranking up, you obviously need to be out there competing, and you know, a lot of them have had quite a few injuries and niggly injuries, and hopefully they can all kind of put that behind them. And you know, starting with the grass season, I think all of them pretty much love playing on these courts. I think Katie Bolter really likes it, Katie Swan, I know, Harriet Dart, Burridge, I know they like playing on these courts, so hopefully they can all have a good run and push the ranking up, because all of them are capable of being top 100 players. They just need to be out on the tour consistently.
Has going deep here changed your plans for the next few weeks leading up to Wimbledon? Have you decided what you're going to do in terms of the next event?
I need to make a decision now about whether I go to Nottingham or Stuttgart. I'll go and chat with my team about that. There's pros and cons to both. I mean, they're both good decisions, so you know, wherever I go to, obviously higher rewards in Stuttgart. Nottingham, obviously less travel. Courts are probably a little bit more similar to Queen's and Wimbledon. Probably more similar conditions. When we played in Stuttgart last year, it was very hot. The court was extremely fast, which isn't the case so much at Wimbledon and Queen's, but yeah, I need to make that decision now.
The suggestion for that might be that you're veering maybe towards Nottingham from that, or
I really
without
don't
being
know.
committing to yourself there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure, because yeah, I feel like I should be trying to play at the highest level that I can, and competing on the tour is ultimately what I want to do. I liked the tournament in Stuttgart last year. I played really well there. I wish I could make a decision like after, you know, the next couple of days, but it has to be done tonight, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet.
Andy, you commented obviously from Hector's question about the state of British women's tennis. What was your thoughts on some of the criticism that they received? Do you think it was harsh, or do you think maybe, you know, there is a need for improvement in some areas?
Well, the thing is I don't really know what people. I asked it on Twitter the other day. I don't know what is considered success for a Grand Slam nation. Like, is top 100 players, is that what matters? I don't know. Is it Grand Slam champions? I don't know what it is that people want, because, you know, I've spoken to some of the ex-French players who, you know, they've had lots of great players in the last 20 or so years, but you know, they're wanting more Grand Slam champions. They're saying they would take they'd take a Grand Slam champion over having more depth. So I don't really know. Of course, I would like to see more British players competing at the top of the game. You know, because I care about it, and I want them to do well. I'm just not really sure what success, how you should quantify success when it comes to British tennis or the LTA, because before I won Wimbledon, everyone was whinging about us not having a Grand Slam champion, and that was the problem. And now we've obviously Emma won, and now it's because there's not enough top 100 players. So I don't really know. I would just like to see them doing better, winning more matches, and competing on the tour more regularly when they can. And like I said, I hope they do that these next few weeks.
And you've had great success on the Challenger circuit of late. Just wanted to know, what's your kind of perception of the Challenger circuit as a player? What's the kind of perception? How has that changed over time, do you think, as in your kind of playing career?
It feels to me like obviously a lot of the challengers now, like there's more points on offer, a lot of them, so the draws tend to be stronger, I think, than when I was coming up. A lot of the challengers like 50 and 75k challengers, whereas now they've got like the 175 ones, which to be honest they're not really like challengers. The draws would be more like 250 events, and more of these 125s, 100k challengers, and I feel like the level has improved. More players are trying to, you know, pick up points at these events, and you see here, I mean, you got me and Neville, I think, are 2 top 50 players. Kubler's obviously, you know, top 100. I don't know exactly how many top 100 players there is. I think there's 9 or 10 here, so you know, and a few of them pulled out as well. So I feel like the level has improved.
And did you know much about your next opponent, some specialist?
Yeah, I mean, I played him once on grass. I lost him at Queen's. It's just at the beginning of my hip issues after the French Open that year, and yeah, he likes playing on the grass. I think he won here last year, and yeah, he plays well. Good serve, likes to come to net. Yeah, he's a good player.
Final one for Molly. Sorry, I'm going to have to stop you there because Molly has another one. Sorry.
You asked about Djokovic and Alcaraz's match at the beginning. I know you skipped the French to start your grass court season early. Does it still feel strange sometimes to kind of not be at those big events? And just a comment on Djokovic and obviously his longevity, because he's in a Grand Slam final again.
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the Rooney-Ruud match the other night, and yeah, like playing in semi-finals of the French Open and quarter-finals of the French Open is something that, I did regularly, and I loved playing in those matches and playing in huge stadiums and full stadiums like that. Yeah, and obviously when I get the opportunity to, like at the Australian Open or Wimbledon, like I've really enjoyed those occasions. But yeah, I'd like to be playing in the latter stages of those events more. And yeah, obviously the win today for Novak is obviously a big one. You know, Alcaraz obviously is going to win multiple slams, but it's, well, I feel like from my experience, I know that when you're coming up against guys that have won, you know, 10, 20 Grand Slams in the finals or semi-finals, it is different to competing against other players that haven't had those experiences. And you know, I didn't watch the match, but the fact that Alcaraz cramped probably would have suggested that, you know, he was feeling, you know, some of the nerves, which is completely normal and understandable in that situation. But I think that was Novak's 45th Grand Slam semi-final, which is incredible numbers. And yeah, it'd be amazing to see him do it on Sunday. I'll be supporting him. I hope he can do it, because it's incredible what he's done.
Great, thank you guys. I'm going to still stop there. Sorry, he's got to go get some treatment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.